is working with couples to improve their relationships and their sex lives.
Right.
Yet, you have also said that women need to know that if they aren't interested in sex anymore, it's okay.
Right, exactly.
It's okay. And so I wanted to ask you to elaborate, and do you have to have sex to feel sexy?
No, you do not have to have sex to feel sexy, and I think that we have to be very, very careful that we are not taken in by so much of what we're hearing about and reading about in the media, that if somehow we're not having a really active sex life, that there is something wrong with us. So if you are at a place in your life where this is not an issue, then that is okay. If you are with a partner who also feels the same way, then you two do not have a problem. However, if you are with a partner who wants sex and you do not want sex, then of course you need to give me a call. But seriously, there are 10 reasons that you really do need to acknowledge and address and resolve before deciding that you do not want sex. Number 1, if you are dealing with issues such as depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, emotional issues, psychological issues, the majority of women and men are not going to be in the mood to have sex if you are feeling really clinically depressed, or you're having panic attacks, or you have a bipolar disorder that's misdiagnosed. Number 2, if your relationship is not satisfying, particularly for the majority of women, we are not going to be exactly thrilled about jumping into bed and having sex with a partner who we're angry with and who we're disappointed with. If there are old issues, which I called unfinished business, skeletons in the closet, early child sexual abuse, sexual assault, religious beliefs, these things need to be sorted through emotionally, even though we cannot change history, because they are there. It's kind of like the phenomenon where just when you think that you're not really dealing with some of that old unfinished business, it is there. You mentioned side effects of prescription medications and over-the-counter medications, including SSRIs, everybody, the antidepressants and the anti-anxiety medications. And you really and truly need to discuss this with your doctors. And I know that in all of my career, most of my doctors were colleagues. Nobody has ever asked me about my sex life. Thank God, it's great. But that's a whole other issue. But really, the medications can really and truly numb us out, and there needs to be that kind of a discussion. Pain with intercourse. Okay, if you're having some issues and you're going to be dealing with that, it's not about ignoring it. It's about getting to the root of the problem and finding out what is it that is really going on, a discussion that needs to happen with your healthcare provider. Menopause. We all know that there are all kinds of hormonal changes that occur with menopause. Our estrogen levels, they plummet, as do our testosterone levels and our progesterone levels. This kind of a discussion needs to happen with your doctor. So you need to prepare for the conversation and not have anybody say, it is not an issue, you're too old. These are the kinds of issues that all need to be ruled out. Stress, if you're not sleeping properly, if you're not eating properly, it all impacts how we feel. If you are with a partner who is dealing with or not dealing with premature ejaculation or erectile dysfunction, you are going to be very angry and very frustrated, which is why communication in your relationship is key. Premature ejaculation, as an example, is one of the easiest problems to resolve. And with erectile dysfunction, your partner does not need to just go to a urologist and get a prescription for Viagra or Levitra. There needs to be a workup to find out why is there not sufficient blood flow to the penis. There are many cardiac issues that affect this. And lastly, men, there are only a couple of men here, but they really need to know that women, we need a term that I coined actually a number of years ago, emotional foreplay. We all know what emotional foreplay is. The hugs, the kisses, I love you, you're beautiful. Can I help you with the dishes? Can I help you with the kids? Those are things that really do make a difference, men, the couple of men that are here. And also the majority of women, we really need to realize and to communicate to our partners, if we have partners, that we require between 15 and 20 minutes of physical, oral, manual stimulation, that it just doesn't happen on its own. So if you go through all of these different issues, and if you're still saying to yourself, I don't really care about sex, don't beat yourself up. It's just okay. But what I'm trying to do is really to be very protective of all of you, so that at least you're understanding what it is that is going on or not going on that may be contributing to a lack of sex drive or low libido.